Okay, so this story time is by Sanashina Plays. So this happened a couple weeks ago. So I was friends with this one girl who was very toxic. One day I stopped talking to her for a bit and she realized I didn't want to be her friend, so she started to talk smack about me. She talked all this smack talking to her new friends, which she used to say they bullied her, which by the way is not true. And one day we needed to do a project together, but not only with her but with her friends too, and the next thing you know they start talking smack about me. So I was so mad at them I started ignoring them during the project, even though I was already ignoring them, but this time I ignored them more by not even looking at them. They didn't stop though, they even called me a bad person for no reason. So one day the teachers noticed something was wrong, so she talked to all of the class and we talked about how we aren't friends but we talk when we need to. After that the problem was resolved. Also, side note, that teacher was the best teacher ever, she understands us so much. Anyways, thanks for listening.
Anyways, on Mother's Day my mom was going for a walk with my uncle. So I asked my mom if I could watch some TV, so she said yes, and at the time it was night time. So later, after I got on my computer, I heard a knock at the door. I then ignored it, and after that I heard my mom laughing. I knew at this point that it was my mom at the door. I went to go open the door. My mom then told me that there was an old lady walking around the neighborhood, so I explained to my mom that I also heard a knock at the door. Then my mom told me to go to sleep in my room because I was technically planning to sleep in the living room. I then decided from then that I never wanted to open the door for anyone I didn't know.
Okay, so story time by some random Roblox girl. Okay, so here is a story. So my mom just got a new car, because we had just got into a crash. Anyway, so we were just driving on the road when all of a sudden this lady doesn't see us and she puts her signal on. Afterwards she turns into our lane and crashes right into us. So long story short, we got into an accident. I was totally flipping out because this car was new and the lady who crashed into our car got it all messed up. There was a man who witnessed it and saw the woman and her children in the back hit our car. So my mom pulls up into a parking lot and the man asked if we were okay and stuff. My mom told him we were fine, but she still was pretty angry about it all.
This story time is by Milk Tea. Okay, so story time. One day me and my sister decided to try out this scary challenge called Bloody Mary. So basically you just have to shout at the mirror in the bathroom at 3 a.m. saying Bloody Mary 3 times with the lights off. After that there would be a woman who should appear in the mirror and she will come to kill you. Me and my sister were the kinds of people who didn't believe in that nonsense, so we went to go and try it. We both turned off the lights and shouted Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. After that we heard a voice telling us to stop screaming and I was like, oh yeah, mom told us to stop screaming. After that we went back to sleep and the next morning we woke up and remembered that there was no one home except us. So who shouted at us?
This story time is by Phantom Foxy Studios. So story time on how my teeth went through my lip. Okay, when I was about 5 to 6 years old, my cousins came over and they were staying at a hotel with a pool. We went swimming and I was at the corner of the pool and I couldn't swim very well in the deep end. I jumped in while holding on and hit my chin on the edge of the pool and my teeth went through my lip, and I mean all the way through. I know, not very pleasant, so I was rushed to the hospital across the street while my mom and brother came along with me. I was crying hysterically because it was pretty painful, you could imagine. I didn't get stitches but ended up getting my lip glued back together and it came off a week later. I still have a scar from the incident.
So this story time is by Bronwyn Bamford. So my bestie and this girl named Erin, fake name by the way. Erin hates me and I don't like her too, but my bestie liked her. So Erin ended up joining our friend group and my bestie was hanging out with Erin and then she tugged at my bestie, but this made me mad. This wasn't just play fighting, it's like she did it intentionally, so I started chasing after Erin but she kicked me to the ground and pushed me down. Then a couple days later Erin was being so problematic, just an FYI. Then one day Erin told my bestie that I was gone to an appointment. Aaron told her that I was talking behind her back. Can you believe the nerve of her? When I got back to my bestie, she started ignoring me for 2 whole days. I tried to tell her so many times how it wasn't true. Eventually she believed me and apologized. Now she doesn't talk to Aaron anymore and really hates her as well, but Aaron still tries to talk to her. Ha, what a sucker.
This story time is by Mariella. So story. When I was in 3rd grade, there was this girl named Mercy. She was my best friend, so fast forward a couple years later, she stops being friends with me and now hates me. She's now become one of the mean girls at my school. She's like in a big group, quote unquote, of popular kids. They also hate me as well. So then I took a break and did online school for a year. I am thinking of coming back to school because of how many friends I have there, but I also have many enemies. To add to my situation, my 4th grade teacher is going to be my 6th grade teacher, and I will probably be placed in her class. My parents don't like her, and neither do I, but she is good at teaching. She's just not fun at all and doesn't respect us and treats us like adults. She is very selfish and only cares about her own life. She could care less about us, and we are talking about my teacher here, not students, and the worst thing is she doesn't even shave anywhere. It's so disgusting. If I don't go to that school, then I might go to a different school with one of my friends. I've known her for 5 to 6 years and she's by the way. She hasn't texted me in months though, so what should I do, guys?
I've been thinking about you, and I think you'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so right, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far.